Yeah. We ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. Put my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. Put my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, glowing up, but we still trapped. That's how a nigga survives. Flowing out, got the crowd packed. Yeah, that's how a nigga provides. Y'all insta this, y'all snap that, y'all diss this, and they snap back. Another mass shooting in the headlines. I'm like, damn, where that attack at? Cause y'all think this about race. They font that shit in your face. It's like every day it's the same agenda. It's really not that hard to trace. Fuck it, we might as well face it. Accept it, whatever it's wrapped in. There'll come a day when they run out of grace. So me and my niggas stay trapping. Yeah, ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. Put my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Hey, someone be too who I wanted to be and then what I became. Ended up going my own way, but I couldn't stay in my lane. Now if I'm honest, I've taken a liking to wearing these chains. They hold me down, make it easier when I start feeling the pain. Out of the overflow, your heart, they say your mouth speaks. Well, my heart must be fucked up, cause I can't speak and I can't sleep. So I stay woke in this daydream. Got shit to do, got the world to see. Got the same crew, got some new fleets. This an empire, fuck a boutique, that's real. I only say what I feel, got a new plate with the same meal. On a new hype with the same chill. Y'all too fake, I stay real. Got cast down from heaven, but I'm too good to stay in hell. I don't know where the story ends, but I keep writing like oh well, oh well. Yeah, I keep writing like oh well, oh well. Yeah. Hey, I don't know where the story ends, but I keep writing like oh well, oh well. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. Put my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. Put my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah. We got one dream and that's we got one scheme and that's one theme and that's my whole life and that's one love, got one dream and that's one love, we got one scheme and that's one love, that's one theme and that's one love. One love, my whole life. I said there's two of us, we got one dream and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Between the both of us, we got one scheme and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Our life together has one theme and that's one love. I said that's one love. I'd rather die than live my whole life without that one love. And you that one love. I said there's two of us, we got one dream and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Between the both of us, we got one scheme and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Our life together has one theme and that's one love. I said that's one love. I'd rather die than live my whole life without that one love. And you that one love, girl. All these girls keep chasing views like they doing something. And all these boys keep making moves cause they assuming something. Everybody doing fake friends like they crew or something. But all these people make my stomach sick like the flu or something. They crying X cause they prince is gone. We might just flex cause our money long. They selling sex cause it's selling strong. I might just bag a check girl and take you home. Yeah, real love I owed you. Real love I showed you. I wish for once that you would back me up, but I can't expect that I know you. Cause we been there and then we came through it. Backstabbed and then we undo it. A lot of people said they come through, but when it came to it, ain't one do it. We got one dream and that's we got one scheme and that's one theme, and that's my whole life, and that's one love. One love, got one dream, and that's one love. One love, we got one scheme, and that's one love. One love, that's one theme, and that's one love. It's one love, my whole life. I said there's two of us, we got one dream, and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Between the both of us, we got one scheme, and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Our life together has one theme, and that's one love. I said that's one love. I'd rather die than live my whole life without that one love. And you that one love. I said there's two of us, we got one dream, and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Between the both of us, we got one scheme, and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Our life together has one theme, and that's one love. I said that's one love. I'd rather die than live my whole life without that one love. And you that one love. I got my head down, arms are up. I didn't think life would be this rough. Back and forth, we went do-si-do, and then I packed my bags and I hit the road. We were making moves without a clue. I took my love away from you. Looking back, all regret. My chin is up and you puffed your chest. Cause we coming for the go, girl, we won't stop. Working and we grind until we hit the top. Everyone is waiting for the love that we are chasing, and the haters will be hating, but we won't stop. Cause we running and we gunning. So watch out, cause we coming. One love, we in our feelings, and it's not gonna crumble, yeah. We got one dream, and that's we got one scheme, and that's one theme, and that's my whole life, and that's one love. One love, got one dream, and that's one love. One love, we got one scheme, and that's one love. One love, that's one theme, and that's one love. That's one love, my whole life. I said there's two of us, we got one dream, and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Between the both of us, we got one scheme, and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Our life together has one theme, and that's one love. I said that's one love. I'd rather die than live my whole life without that one love. And you that one love. I said there's two of us, we got one dream, and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Between the both of us, we got one scheme, and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Our life together has one theme, and that's one love. I said that's one love. I'd rather die than live my whole life without that one love. And you that one love, girl. And you that one love, girl. One love. One love. One love. One love. And you that one love, girl. One love. One love. That's one love. Too many people on a bandwagon. Dumb band through that hellfire. Came out lethal like a red dragon. Same old rapper with the same old flows. Color dreads with the pants sagging. Got that fame, but you sold your soul. You a warlock, I'm the dark assassin. Said thick stacks, mode change, big bags, faux chains. Get that money, said big facts, no gains, big stats, mo fame. We back done, said big names. On stage, big trap, no shame. Going and running that big check. My name, sign that, more rain. Come back home and just come up, hey. Let's be with that drama, hey. Saw that fatty mama, hey. Told her I don't wanna, hey. Come up, hey. Let's be with that drama, hey. Saw that fatty mama, hey. Told her I don't wanna, hey.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
What do you want, fucko? You want something? Huh?
Oh, hey! What are you doing?
Go to the fucking gym.
Don't shoot!
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Norma.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing, testicles. Welcome, everyone, to episode 2989 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleevescast, and Slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, buses, hustles, and your hoes? It's your boy PapaSwolio back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you as powered, is sponsored by Eversync K2, flexing on all you beaches. Welcome to 2989. We have an overtime segment with a brand new driving while gaining right after today's public stream. So if you want to get access to all of the programs, yoga, meditation, masterclasses, so much more, join us over at swoenormousx.com. We are working furiously on our all new app, which is going to absolutely launch everything inside Swoenormous X into the stratosphere in terms of accessibility, usability, functionality. We're looking so forward to completing it, and I am not going to stop hyping it up. You're going to the fucking gym. Now you're going to download this amazing fucking app and start making those sick fucking gains better, more efficiently than ever before. Fam, we have a great show. Let's get into it. Let us show off this amazing swole card, because we do have an amazing swole card today. It is the standard Feff, because it is fucking Friday. Make sure you delete, unfollow, unsubscribe, block out all the noise. It is time for you to focus on community today, which is pillar number one. And the people that you surround yourself with is going to be a major factor in whether you make progress. If you keep the same habits and you hang out with the same people with the same shitty habits and everything that you've always done, you are going to continue down that path. They are like weights in the water. If you're in the middle of the ocean, these people are dragging you down to the bottom. You need to lighten the load and make sure that you are shaking off those things in your environment. People, podcasts, maybe not the Daily Swole, because of course we help you make sick fucking gains here, but all those people that are holding you back, all those things that are holding you back, make sure that you are cleaning your shit up today. Fam, let's get into it. Hashtag Feff, drop in the comments for a chance to win today's Swole card. Let's get into the first post.
What's in the box?
This one's from L. This is from our private group. Pillar number 4, recovery. Fam, this one is always a struggle for me. To preface, I'm a full-time firefighter and we do 24-hour rotating shifts. If they're calls, recovery can be tricky. Last night, I didn't get to bed until after 11 p.m. and then got up for a call at 3:30 a.m. I was able to get back in bed around 4:30 a.m., but definitely had trouble falling back asleep. We wake up at 7, shift change is at 9. A lot of what I do involves me doing it no matter what. If I'm hungry, tired, whatever, it doesn't matter, we do the job. I have a hard time getting out of this mindset when it comes to working out. I was literally arguing with myself inside my head this morning about whether or not to work out after shift. I was definitely exhausted. I decided not to work out, but I struggle with beating myself up about it. I know it's very important, and I'm still going to walk my dog and do some yoga later, but dang, does anyone else deal with this too? So I believe I answered this personally inside the Facebook group. And the thing is, if you're chronically not getting enough sleep, that's your baseline, you need to honestly go to the fucking gym. So what are you going to do? If you only get 6 hours of sleep a night and you wish you got 7 or 8, are you just never going to go to the gym again until you get 8, which is not going to happen? So there's a point where you actually have to go to the fucking gym and do it regardless. So what I would do is, one of the best programs that we have inside Swolenormous X is Maximum Swole, which is exactly what it says. You can maximize your results in less volume, less fatigue, and maybe in a full body manner, doing full body 3 times a week and prioritizing your lifting around when you're the most recovered. Maybe when you do have a day off, that's when you schedule your training. And if you're doing full body, if you think about this, it doesn't really matter what day it is as long as you're recovered enough to lift. So it doesn't have to be, I have 2 days back to back, I can't do these 2 exercises, full body 2 days in a row. Maybe you could do upper body. If you know that you have 2 days where you could train back to back days, maybe you do an upper lower then, but then on other times when you have more recovery, you do a full body strength training workout, which you can do very effectively and very efficiently. So you either maybe go back and forth between a full body split and an upper lower split, depending on your schedule, and just bias your training to when you're the most recovered. That's the thought, because you're not going to get out of what your scheduling is for your career. Micah. Hello, y'all. I'm Micah. I'm 19, an active duty military in the Navy. I found the podcast a couple years ago by typing in Swole into the search. Ooh, nice. Thanks, Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Appreciate you. I finally bit the bullet after slowly straying away from lifting, which I did in high school. For sports, I was going to the gym with no plan and seeing no gains, so I finally stopped going. And now I said, enough with this bullshit, you need a plan. So here I am to establish better habits and get swole. Micah, you are coming into the Swole fam at a great time. Appreciate your service. America, baby, thank you for joining the fam. And of course, thank you for serving this great country. Very excited to have you. And of course, like I mentioned earlier in this episode and every day so far, that the Swolenormous app is about to launch. It is coming soon. We are working on it diligently. So that's even going to make it better and help you stay even more consistent. So being here on the podcast, listening to the podcast with the daily uploads, definitely is going to keep you focused. You're in the Telegram chat. You're posting on swolenormousx.com. So we're going to keep on your case, Micah. Just make sure you keep plugging in. And of course, the Swole fam can only be there for you if you're there in the Swole fam. So for anyone that's kind of sitting in the back struggling, because there's always people that are going to post less often or kind of lurk, but I really encourage you. I can't force you to post. I can't force you to show up to the meetings and the round tables and the calls. I can't force you to do that, nor do I want to. You have to put in that. You have to show up. You have to show up for yourself. Show up for the Swole fam. Show up for yourself. And if you're showing up, you're going to get pushed forward. And this kind of goes to the original topic of today's episode on Fridays is community. You surround yourself with people that are going to push you and pull you forward. That's the kind of environment you want to cultivate. That's the community you want to cultivate. Let's get into a couple email responses. We really got a lot of new responses from people that haven't responded to emails before from the Don't Be a Sheep email. Go to makeemailswoleagain.com if you're not on the email list. Alana says, thanks for the pep talk. I taught my teenager some basic free weight stuff today. Also talked to him about warm-ups, cool-downs, and stretches. He only gave me a bit of teen attitude. So good to hear. Definitely get your kids exercising. And remember, lead by example. They need to see you lifting too. That's one of the benefits of having a home gym if you have a family, because people see you train, they see you doing it. Not that everyone's going to have that ability, but if you have a yoga mat that's always down, that you're always stretching and doing some yoga and mobility, maybe you have an apartment, or you don't have a lot of space, or you don't have a lot of money to buy home gym equipment. I'm not saying everyone has that ability currently, but you can still have stuff at home that shows that you're practicing what you preach. Even if you're going for a gym membership, I understand you pay 20, 30, 40 bucks a month. You can get access to tons of awesome equipment. Nothing wrong with a gym membership. I always tell you, go to the fucking gym. But it's good to have a mat down. You can have some yoga blocks. You can have some bands, things that you do for mobility at home, a kettlebell that you do mobility with. It doesn't have to be part of your heavy lifting routine, but your family sees you doing physical activity and push-ups and a yoga flow or Swolga or Swollen 7. You could do a lot of things at home. So having fitness stuff at home doesn't have to be heavy weights. You don't have to have a squat rack and a barbell if you're not able to. You can have a lot of other things that you can do for mobility and active recovery and stuff like that. Francis Trowell. Okay. After an 8-month hiatus because life threw me a curveball, I know, a shitty excuse. I've gone to the fucking gym every other day for the past 2 weeks. Oh, I remember my first beer.
I gave it a...
But that's good to hear.
10!
Good for you.
A 10! A fucking 10!
Every other day going to the gym, make sure you're doing some mobility or some yoga on those other days. Make sure you check off that box every day. Good stuff. We were already in the tip. We didn't even do the tip thing. We didn't do the woohoo, just the tip. Did I not hit that button? All right, so we're going to move on. Shameful. Shameful. We're in knowledge cock now. Let me get rid of... All right, wait. We'll do them both. We'll do it late. We're in the tip. We're in the knowledge cock portion.
Babe, just an
No.
inch. Just an inch.
We're all the way in.
It's cold outside.
No, we're all the way in. All right, knowledge cock time. Fam, drop in the comments, hashtag Ask PapaSwolio. Falcon has been under the weather. Yeah, you're not feeling too good today, are you, Falcon? Missing buttons as always. Pain in the ass, goddamn bird. All right. Ask your questions, hashtag Ask PapaSwolio. Drop it in the comments. And then, of course, we are going to go into overtime immediately following the show. First one's going to be from Instagram.
What's in the box?
Maybe they're better than yesterday. Vinayak 242007. PapaSwolio, what age did you start the gym, and how much time does it actually take to see visible six-pack? That depends on a lot of factors. I'm not going to give you a time because it could take you your entire life. Maybe you never get it because you don't do it properly. Maybe you get it in a few months because you're already kind of skinny ripped. So there's no answer to that. At what age did I start training? First time I worked out with weights was 13, and then I started actually lifting, I guess, when I really started going hard was about 18. 18 is when I was training a little bit earlier than that, but when I really got serious was 18. Meaning I had a goal. I wanted to bulk up because I was going to the gym and stuff with my friends in high school, but I didn't lock into it. I didn't lock into it until I was about 18. Iraq Lobster, 6062. If I had $1 every time you went to the gym, how much money would I have? Oh man, you wouldn't have bullshit fiat. You would have Bitcoin. You would have the hardest money ever created. So there's that. You wouldn't have fucking filthy fiat. Fuck your dollars. You'd have infinite scarcity on your hard wallet. Show off the beast, PapaSwolio. Did you ever give up? Obviously not. I'm not sure. I mean, obviously not. But I guess what do you mean? I don't even know what you mean by that. Give up with lifting? Never. Did I change my goals or change how I was training during certain periods? Yeah. So I've been training for like 23 years or so, 23, 24 years. No joke. So, and then seriously training probably for like about that 22, 23 years. So in terms of bulking, yeah, for a while I was trying to get as big as I could, and then I started cutting down. So I haven't been trying to just get big endlessly. There's a long period where I was just training because I enjoyed it. I wasn't really trying to bulk or to lean out. It was more stay lean, and just then there was a period where I was doing a lot of trail running and I was doing some more endurance type stuff, and then kind of fell out of that. That was just a little fad of stuff that I tried doing, some mixed things, a lot of cardio based stuff, and I leaned out a lot. So I never stop training. I just changed what I was doing for training during different periods. Little Charms, PapaSwolio, how do I get as strong as you, man? Those are nice muscles. Got any tips? So I will address this question as it was written. I mean, got any tips? Yeah, we have a daily podcast. 2,989 episodes. Those are some tips right there. We actually have a portion on the podcast that's called Just the Tip. So I got a lot of tips. But honestly, if you want to get as strong as me or as big as me, you're not going to do it by asking those questions. Got any tips? No, you get to fucking work. It's so easy to find the fundamental information. How do I get big? You have to eat protein, you have to lift heavy weights, and then lift heavier weights. It's very, very basic. Yes, there's details in there that can benefit. You can learn. So my tips is fucking start. How do I get as strong as you? Fucking live and breathe lifting weights and making gains. You'll learn by being obsessed with getting it accomplished. And get ready to do it for a long time. So you want to be like me? You want to be like me? Cool. Get to work and get obsessed for 24 years. That's what I did. AR Lapointe. Hey, Pop, I'm not saying I'm the biggest person or I made the most amount of progress possible. Like I said, it's not an endless bulk. I'm not trying to be 300 pounds shredded. So the goal is not to compare yourself to me either. I'm just saying that's what I did. So a lot of people say, right? A lot of people will say, I want to look like you. I want to be like you. Do you really? Do you really want my life? It's a great life. I love it. I'm really glad. I'm really glad for the life that I have, but most people don't want to get obsessed and have that kind of work ethic and discipline and put themselves through that kind of shit every day. Do you want to do that stuff every day, whether you feel like it or not? That's what it takes. That's why I tell you what it takes, because that's what it does take. It doesn't mean that someone might work a little less hard and maybe is bigger than me. Genetics do play a role. Some people are just have amazing muscle bellies and they just get really big much more efficiently than others. Some people really struggle with putting on. There's a lot of variables. There's a lot of variables, but get ready for decades of work, man. You're not going to get to your end physique in like 5 fucking years. That's just a social media pipe dream. That's all bullshit when people say that stuff. AR Lapointe. Papa, what's your thoughts on grass-fed beef liver pills? If you can't get the real thing, that would be your next best option. Xanda, PapaSwolio. If you could eat one food and never had to worry about the calories, what would it be? That's a weird question. I don't worry about the calories that I eat. I don't eat certain food. I don't eat. All right, so let's get into this. I don't not eat pizza because of the calories. I don't not drink soda because of the calories. I don't not consume low quality like Breyers. I don't eat like shit ice cream because of the. I wouldn't say I avoid it. I don't eat it. I eat real food. I like to make the foods with quality ingredients myself, but I don't do those things based on calories. I eat as much as I want of the foods because I'm still trying to put on muscle. I'm not worried so much about body fat percentage. I have a higher body fat percentage than I've had in years, but I'm also putting on strength and muscle and I'm okay. I'm just eating a lot. It's bulking season. You know what I'm saying? I'm not fat by any means, but I'm not worried about having shredded abs at the current moment. So I don't worry about the calories. That's the fundamental thing because I'm using it. I'm not going to get fat in one meal. I'm not going to get fat but at the same time, it's not about having extra body fat. I don't want to feel like shit. I don't want to have trouble sleeping. I don't want to have stomach cramps. I don't want to have bloating. I don't have tons of gas. I don't want to feel like shit. So I don't know. I eat the foods I want to. And this is just me looking at this question saying, if I could eat one food, I eat the foods I want to. I feel great eating those foods. Steak, eggs. I love beef, bacon. Love that shit. It'd be steak because I eat that anyway. But I don't have to worry about the calories. And if you eat steak, fam, you could all eat steak and not worry about the calories. I'm not kidding. You talk to these people that are fitness experts and they're like, well, if you eat too much steak, you'll put on fat. Good luck with that. Seriously, good luck eating too much steak. Maybe you could eat too much steak if you don't have steak all the time and like, oh my God, this is so good and you stuffed yourself silly. But I'm telling you, every time I eat steak, it's delicious and I love it. But when you eat it all the time, you don't have that binge type ability. You really don't. Everyone knows it. You get used to the flavor. You get used to the exposure. It's very satisfying. You might, and again, sometimes you're like, oh, I could really kill a steak. People say that. Oh no, I can't eat steak. It's too expensive. Like I would murder a steak. Yeah, not if you eat it every day. If that's what you eat and you're always eating some type of beef and steak, it just becomes the same. It's delicious. I enjoy it, but not to the point where I'm going to accidentally, oh my God, eat too much and overstuff myself. It's hard to overeat, especially when you're consistent with your food. You don't have that palate stimulation all the time. You're used to it. Like when I eat it, oh my God, I ate the whole steak, but I'm done. I'm full. I don't want to eat more. There's no accident. Oh, I overconsumed. You have to really stuff it in there if you want to try to make gains and keep it clean like that and consistent. This guy, big numbers, a lot of numbers, and Rod. How can I plan my day or week to include the gym and still fucking going without excuse? What are you talking about, dude? How can you plan your week to include the gym? Put it on your fucking calendar and go. That was retarded. How can I plan my day? By doing it first, by getting it done. And if you think that you have to be up at 5 a.m. to train, you don't. Just got to be consistent. If you love training at night, what am I going to say? I don't like training at night. I don't want to train late at night. I have before. The other day I trained and it was 6. But of course, when it's super hot during the day, sometimes I'm not training. I don't want to go out there and train in the gym at like 1 o'clock. Sometimes it's just so fucking hot outside. I'll just do it later. And it's light till 8 o'clock. So I did it at 6 because things got pushed back, but it was nice and cooler. It was fine. So that might be the evening, but that's rare. I'll usually do it, like I might do a workout or mobility after the show, so maybe 4 o'clock. So later afternoon, I don't mind late afternoon. Early afternoon's good. Morning, I can adapt to it, but I like to wake up a little bit more and kind of get a couple other things done so I could focus on my training. I think training first is great. If I had a job that I didn't like, because I enjoy what I do and there's other things I want to get off my mind so I could focus on my training. If I had, and I did for years, something where I was inside or in kind of an office building when I was teaching courses and things like that, I would train first. You get it done first. How many bottles of water do I drink per day? So last question, and they'll move on unless we have a live question. How many bottles of water do I drink per day? I don't keep track of my water, but I'll know based on how I piss. So it's really not just about water, it's about electrolytes. So you want your pee to be like a light yellow. You don't want it to be clear. You're overdoing it. If it's looks like dark apple juice, you need to be more, you'll know when you need more hydration. It's all foamy or the pee is like yellowy. If it's light colored, that's fine. So it's really about electrolytes. It's not just water. If you're chugging water and you don't have enough electrolytes, you're going to be thirsty, drinking water, and you're still going to feel dehydrated. Also, depending on the quality of your water, whether there's like a high mineral content and things like that with electrolytes, you'll feel more thirsty. Your mouth will feel dry. So if you're not getting quality minerals in your water, your mouth will taste dry. Your tongue will taste dry, I found. So when you have electrolytes, you'll feel more satisfied, more hydrated because hydration is more than just water. So get your electrolytes in. If your electrolytes are, if it's starting, because when you're really thirsty, you need electrolytes. It's not going to taste that salty. You know, when you're really dehydrated and you drink in the salts there and it just feels like you're absorbing, the water's just disappearing into your body. You're so thirsty. But once you're hydrated, if you have a lot of electrolytes in your water, maybe you're working out in the heat, it tastes great and you're chugging it, but you'll take a sip and it tastes super salty. That's your body naturally telling you you have enough salt. You don't need more salt in your system. If you feel a little crampy or eye twitchy or whatever, have some more magnesium. So I just adjust on the fly. If I'm about to work out, I have some magnesium. Later on, if I feel like my muscles twitching a little bit, I'll just have a little bit more magnesium and it goes away. Just kind of play it by ear there too. So you don't have to chug tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of, you don't have to drink 3 gallons of water a day. You'll realize you don't need as much water as you think you do. You definitely need water, but you need electrolytes. So when you have that, you don't need the same volume of water. You'll be hydrated more because you do want to piss. You do want to pee. You want to get rid of those. But if it's clear, because you need enough fluids so your body can flush out toxins and, you know, that's what's in the urine, stuff your body doesn't need. So you need enough fluid in there to flush out. And then the color lets you know the saturation, how much water. If it's clear, you're just drinking too much water. That's my opinion. And if you feel like you need that, your electrolytes are probably low. You're low in magnesium. A lot of people take electrolytes and they're still not getting enough magnesium because a lot of electrolytes just have very low amounts of magnesium, which is weird. John, question. All right, moving on to Balls Deep. Balls Deep, we'll take that. It was not a question, it's a comment. So that's not a question. I guess it is. Deep. I guess it is. Did I see Biden introduce Zelensky as Putin before his big boy conference? I heard about it. I didn't see the clip, though. Not surprised. Not surprised. All right, pick a number, 1, 2, or 3, and then we're going to go into overtime. So let's fucking go. Let's do it. All right. Are you ready? Pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. First one I saw was Michelle Clifford, number 3. This is called Not a Health Journey. Not a Health Journey. Holy glasses, get ready. Is that a filter or is that real?
Don't call it a health journey.
That's real.
If what you're really doing is just trying to lose weight and shrink your body.
Shrinky.
That's not a health journey. That's a weight loss journey to change your aesthetic.
That's a movie with Rick Moranis. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. You can't shrink your body, silly goose.
Your feeling of being desirable, attractive. That's not about your health.
How many cats do you think she has? Tell me you have four plus cats without telling me you have 4 plus cats. This girl's got cats. With those glasses, look at those fucking eyes, man. Look at that shit.
The eyes, Chico.
Look at that.
They never lie.
Look at that. Swolvada cadaver over here. Wow. You know what she looks like? What was the mean instructor's name, right? From the Ministry of Magic in the Harry Potter movies. All right, what was the woman's name? You guys know. She looks like that. She looks like she'd be hanging up laws on the fucking wall at Hogwarts. Yeah. That's what she looks like. Mm-hmm. Because she had a lot of cats, right? Umbridge. Yeah, that's what she looks like. Yeah, that's what she looked like. Okay. Let's see. 1 or 2. Let's go with Let's go with Momsy. Momsy, number 2.
What's in the box?
We're gonna go meet Michelle in the corner. This is called If You Stopped Dieting.
Hey, fat people.
Oh.
Fat people, come here. Have you ever thought about how
None in here.
much of an impact you could have on the whole world and just your life in general?
Impact, like a crater? Is that how fat people got on the? Is that how fat people got on Earth? It was an asteroid. Are you telling me that Tess Holiday landed in the Yucatan and that's what killed the dinosaurs? Whoa, that's a conspiracy theory. Are you telling me that's why the Earth is flat? Because a fat person landed on it and just flattened the Earth? That's wild. That's wild. That is wild. Bro. You're blowing my mind right now.
If you stopped hating the fact that you were fat.
Whoa.
So, I was getting into the shower today and this just suddenly came into my head. And, I talk to myself like I'm the best girl in the world nowadays. So I was like, Hannah, you are so amazing. And can you imagine how much you'd have got done if you hadn't been obsessing about your weight for the last 20 years?
You know what's crazy is you don't have to obsess with your weight for 20 years. Imagine if they just went carnivore. You went carnivore, this wouldn't be a problem. I guarantee you're eating too many crumpets.
Imagine if I didn't spend every morning waking up thinking today is going to be the day I diet. Every evening having that last supper before the diet starts, calculating how many calories.
All right, this is not uncommon. Someone who's absolutely, the crazy thing is the people that are the most obsessed with hating against the dieting, they did it wrong. So if you're doing the most stupid shit and you're obsessing over doing the most stupid shit, we are all sitting here watching this video thinking, what did you expect? The way you're thinking about taking care of yourself is all backwards. You're just a sucker for marketing. And that's the reality of it. She buys every diet. She buys into every diet. She tries every different fad, but doesn't do the fundamental things that would actually get you results. This is what people do. So when in reality, it's mostly women. It's mostly women that we see in these videos for a reason. They're the ones that are a sucker for all this marketing and dieting. Shocker. People market to women in the in the marketplace. Women are big time consumers in our society, especially with this diet shit. All right. You don't see like, the Slim and Six or Slim Fast. Not a lot of dudes were on the Slim Fast kick. That was for women. Richard Simmons, not a lot of dudes doing that. That's for women. Buns of Steel, whatever that shit, for women. This is all fucking for women. So are you surprised that these are the suckers that buy this shit? These are the suckers buying Hydroxycut. These are the suckers that are buying all these weight loss things. We're just seeing the customers that are pissed off. I bought all these things and they didn't work. No shit. No shit. These are the people that are buying V-Shred's fucking, I can eat pizza and lose weight. These are the people buying it. You ever wonder when you see these commercials, right? Ever wonder why you see, and when we talk about things like Bowflex, I know but that's not a scam. It's just a weird piece of equipment. So, I mean, I wouldn't call that suckers because a lot of people use it all the time. I've used them before, never consistently, but it's resistant. It's bands. Like whether you like the Bowflex machine or not, it's still resistance. And if you use it properly, you can get results. Agreed? So that's not what I mean by suckers. We're talking about the diet stuff. Yeah, there's exercise things and ab shockers. Come on, the ab fucking shocker. I'm not saying guys don't buy this stuff too, but it's overwhelmingly purchased by women. Guys are in there lifting fucking weights because we watch Pumping Iron, right? We watch Pumping Iron. We watch all these guys lifting videos and Arnold and fucking Sylvester Stallone, like, yeah, I'm in the woods, you're shooting the aliens, yeah, come over here, get to the chopper. And then women are doing Slim Fast and doing like cardio and wondering why they're not getting results. Guys that go to the gym and lift weights, guess what happens? You build muscle. Women, you go do this stupid shit and you don't get results. I'm complaining, it's diet culture, it's this. No, you don't have testosterone like that. You need to lift weights. You're doing stupid shit. You're eating these fucking shakes and slimming things and taking these pills and these goddamn magic beans that you bought at like a dollar store. What the fuck are you think? What do you think's going to happen? You're doing stupid shit and you're getting no results. That's par for the course. If you do stupid shit, and I always use this example because it's the most fundamental. If you build a square wheel, it's not going to roll. So that's what you're doing. You're doing it wrong and wondering why it doesn't work. Okay, rant over. Let's continue.
I have to eat to lose how much weight by what date, weighing myself like multiple times a day, tracking my steps, over exercising, looking at photos of clothes I could wear when I'm thin, hating myself because I put the weight back on, like planning my meals.
Oh, sorry.
Sitting on the sofa for an hour thinking I am going to eat that Mars bar, but I'm not going to eat that Mars bar, fighting with myself about it.
You have a... Listen to what she's saying. Most of it's ridiculous, but she's talking about the Mars bar, the chocolate bar, sitting on the sofa, looking at the, like, wait.
For an hour thinking I am going to eat that Mars bar, but I'm not.
I am going to eat that Mars bar. Why do you have this Mars bar? What are you talking about? You're sitting there staring at a fucking chocolate bar? Look, what's with these women doing anything but lifting heavy fucking weights? Anything but lifting heavy weights. I post this stuff on my Instagram all the time. He's staring with my fucking eye twitching because it's blowing my mind. People in a parking lot on bouncy shoes, like fucked up rollerblades with a little spring. And you see them on springs, right? They're hitting a big ball with drumsticks. You see the stupid shit that I post, right? They're attached to the ceiling and they're swinging around and people in the comments like, oh, that looks like so much fun. If you're going to do stupid shit and then complain about why it doesn't get results, you get no sympathy from me. Do you really want results or not? You don't want to put in any fucking hard work. You don't. Stop lying. Otherwise, you would do the shit that actually fucking works. You would do the shit that actually fucking works, but it's anything but the things that actually work. Why? Because it's hard. It's hard. Notice how fat, straight men, they don't complain and be like, oh, it's body positivity. A fat, straight man, not a fat gay man, but like a fat man knows they're fat. They're like, yeah, I'm a fat ass. They don't pretend like it's body positive. They know they're fat. And guess what happens when they want to lose it? They start going to the gym and they lose it and they're not fat anymore. That's why straight men are looking at all this stupid shit. Like, this is idiotic. Go to the fucking gym. Go lift. Stop eating cake. Because that's what we did. And that's what works. Let me buy that dumb thing. Oh, how come this dumb fucking thing didn't work? Let me buy this dumb fucking thing. Well, that dumb fucking thing didn't work either. How come it didn't work? I bought the dumb fucking thing and it doesn't fucking... Because you bought a dumb fucking thing. You bought a dumb fucking thing. Okay, let's finish it.
Can't be that much about fighting with myself about it. Can you imagine the last 20 years of my life when that's all I was doing, and I was just hating myself because I was fat? And
I'm pausing it again. I just told you I've been training, lifting weights, heavy and shit for over 20 years. All right. This is what happens when you just look at Mars bars and like try not to eat it and be like, oh, should I try to do it for 20 years? Or you fucking lift weights, you go to the fucking gym and you make gains for 20 years. This is the result. For 20 years, she did nothing. This is what the difference between actually effective work versus, I'm not going to eat that. I'm not going to eat that. I'm obsessing. This mindset is just blood. It took you 20 fucking years. It took you 20 fucking years. And here's the thing. This is not like you're trying to create electricity. Okay? This is not trying to create electricity. This is not, I can't find the answer. I'm a scientist and I'm trying to find a perfect theorem that fits all these pieces. This is not something that hasn't been discovered. You know, it's like that. For me, I've made this kind of progress in 20 plus years. And guess what? I always say, the first year, guess what I did? I ate a lot of chicken and salad. I did a lot of cardio and I got lean and I got skinny. And I was like, what the fuck? And I got shredded, but definitely like skinny ripped. I was like, this did not work. I did not bulk at all. And I just went full blown reading everything. Okay, I'm reading everything from everyone that's ever fucking bulked and built muscle. And I obsessed over it. And the next year, in a year, I made so much. I got fucking jacked in a year or two. Like I made so much, I mean, relatively speaking, I made so much progress because I got obsessed. I went all in. That's it. So you're going to tell me for 20 years? Are you telling me for 20 years? It took you 20 years of doing the wrong shit and seeing no progress. To be like, let me figure out what people do that actually get results. You didn't have any like inkling to figure out, hey, this person's muscular and ripped. What do they do? I'm not saying what I eat and literally what I eat is exactly what you have to eat. That's not what I'm saying. You want to eat carrots? Well, fuck my life. Hard pass on that. But guess what? You eating carrots are not going to make or break your physique unless you're highly allergic to them. Okay? That's my point. So there's individuality with certain foods. I'm not saying it has to be a carbon copy of what I eat. But my God, it's not like we don't know how to get muscles and get in quality shape and get health. We don't know. There's no information out there.
Trying to plan to not be fat. Can you imagine if all that energy had gone into something else?
Yes. All that energy going into just eating fucking meat, eggs, butter, lifting heavy weights, getting quality sleep every night. Imagine if you put in effort there. That's exactly right. Based.
What an amazing impact I'd have had on the world, or how much money I'd have made for myself, or how many extra skills I would have, or how many more friendships I would have.
Is she saying that she would have had so much more success? All right, so this is full. I'm not done with this yet.
Imagine how much mental energy you
Oh,
are
this is
putting into
pathetic.
hating yourself
This is
and
pathetic.
hating being fat and planning to fix yourself.
Oh, that's awful.
Even though we know statistically it's not going to happen.
Oh, this is the stupidest thing. She's blaming the patriarchy for this diet culture. She's blaming society for the fact that she made terrible decisions for 20 years. Imagine if I wasn't obsessed with all this stupid shit for 20 years, how much money and how many things I would have gained. You're blaming society for you making terrible decisions. You could have done this for a year. This is not making progress. Let me do it right. Let me stop doing. You're just obsessing over the cat over and over again. Even when it doesn't work, you don't question, hey, I'm doing things that don't work. Let me talk to someone who it's not a mystery. It's not a mystery. That's the frustrating thing. It's like, I can't hear that shit. Like, you could change this in the next year. Like, it's now. It's now. You're so dug in, you can't actually have logic and common sense anymore. You've dug yourself so into it. All right, last one. Disabled people can't leave. What?
Why can't disabled people leave the United States and be granted citizenship on the basis of being persecuted for being disabled? Like, it's clear to anyone who's disabled right now that the United States is actively trying to kill us. They want us to die, and I don't understand why I can't flee the country because of it.
Can someone fact check this, please? Who's killing disabled people? What? Why is this not in the headlines everywhere? Are we being gaslit? All the disabled people are getting murdered? Who is allowing this? This is unacceptable. I won't stand for it.
Like, I was literally born this way. This wasn't something that I chose. This is something that just happened. And I should live in poverty forever and potentially die at a young age from preventable disease because I can't afford healthcare. Like, I've literally had to pick between medication and treatment or eating before. How is that not considered like an international crisis? And why can't I leave as like a disabled refugee of the United States healthcare system? On one hand, you could say it's because my life isn't being actively threatened, but I kind of feel like it is.
So life is hard. So I don't think the approach you're taking is correct, but yeah, healthcare is expensive. It's actually sick care. I don't know anything about what her personal story is, but I think that's being a little hyperbolic. There's a lot of things in the system that sucks. I'm just going to leave. She said what she said. I mean, I'm not making fun of her because I don't even know what her disability is, or mental disability, maybe. I don't know what her disability is. I was kind of vague, but no one's trying to actively the victim mindset with everyone. This is just a product of that, disabled or not. There are a lot of people in this country that are, every single video we watch are people that are disabled, that's for sure. Oh, yeah, you can kill yourself. I mean, you can, assisted suicide in Canada? They're like really trying to thin the herd up there. Okay, we got overtime right now, so let's give away the Swole card, and then we're going to get into overtime. So, Pfeff is here. Let's kick this off. Let's give a little Pfeff card away. What do you hear? What do you say? What do you say? What do you hear? What do you hear? What do you know? All right, we got a winner. It's in the Daily Swole Telegram chat. Congratulations, Diego Mueller. To the main stage. Diego, to the main stage. All right, congratulations. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card $29.89 in the subject or mailing address in the body of the email. And thank you so much, everyone, for being here. You know what time it is. That's right. That's right. It's OTZ, my kneesies, fam. Head on into the Daily Swole Telegram chat. We're cutting the public feeds. It is time for, balls deep edits, and it's also time for a brand new driving while gaining. So let's get into the Daily Swole Telegram chat. If you want to join the fam, swolenormousx.com. We do have the greatest app in the realm that will be releasing later this summer. The sooner the better, in my opinion. So join the fam now and get ready, get in on the ground level of Swolenormous X, I would say 3.0 perhaps. If it's 3, maybe it's 4.0. The next phase, the next era. Swole season. It's like instead of global warming, it's global swoling. Global swoling is coming. So head on into the Daily Swole Telegram chat. Overtime starts right now. Thanks for being here. Peace McGee's, Deuce Magoose, ya boy, PapaSwolio. Oh, out.
I just wanna win on the